Hello students, let us go through one more sum based on Cramer's rule, and this time the equation given is x plus y minus 8 upon 2 is equal to x plus 2y minus 14 upon 3 is equal to 3x minus y upon 4. So this is one sum of its kind. Two equations are not given to us, rather three equal ratios given to us. The first ratio, which is x plus y minus 8 upon 2, is equal to the second ratio, which is x plus 2y minus 14 upon 3, is equal to the third ratio, which is 3x minus y upon 4. Now from these three equal ratios, we need to form two of our equations that we need to solve, right? Now how do we do it? Let's try to understand that. Now the three ratios are x plus y minus 8 upon 2 is equal to x plus 2y minus 14 upon 3 is equal to 3x minus y upon 4. Now our objective is to get our two equations so that we can solve it using Cramer's rule and get the values of x and y. Now how do we get those two equations? It is very simple. Now see, this is of the type the A ratio is equal to the B ratio is equal to the C ratio, right? Now in such a scenario where A is equal to B is equal to C, there are three possibilities. Which are the three possibilities? A is equal to B, that is the first possibility. B is equal to C is the second possibility, and A is equal to C is the third possibility. So there are three possibilities. The first ratio is equal to the second ratio. The second ratio is equal to the third ratio, and the first ratio is equal to the third ratio. So there are three possibilities here, right? Now out of these three possibilities, you select any two possibilities, any two of your choice, right? Either first is equal to second and second is equal to third, or first is equal to second and first is equal to third, whatever. The choice is yours. Second is equal to third and first is equal to third. That choice is yours. Consider any two possibilities, solve them, simplify them, and you will get your two equations. Let's see how do we do it. Let's say we take the first possibility, that is the first ratio is equal to the second ratio, right? So let's solve it. How do we solve it? How do we simplify it? We just cross multiply equal ratios, right? This ratio is equal to this ratio. Just cross multiply. So we get, when we cross multiply, 3 into x plus y minus 8 is equal to 2 into x plus 2y minus 14. Now let's open the brackets. What do we get when we open the brackets? 3x plus 3y minus 24. 3 gets multiplied to all the three terms inside the bracket. Here let us multiply, open the brackets, multiply 2 to every term. What we get? 2x plus 4y minus 28, right? So cross multiply, open the brackets. Now variables on one side, constants on the other side. Remember, when we are taking the variables on one side, the like term should be together. X term together, y term together, right? Let's do it. So what we get? 3x minus 2x, 3y minus 4y minus 28 plus 24. Clear this arrangement? Variables on one side with x term together and y term together, and constants on the other side. Now 3x minus 2x is 1x, 3y minus 4y. Now because the bigger number is with a minus sign, it will be minus 1y is equal to minus 28 plus 24. Again the bigger number is with the negative sign, so it is minus 4. So x minus y is equal to minus 4. We get our normal simple equation in the required form. Let this be equation number 1. So you all understood, we consider the first possibility, that is first ratio is equal to the second ratio, simplified it and we got our first equation. Now similarly consider one more possibility, say second ratio is equal to third ratio, right? Let's do it, let's simplify this. Let's cross multiply again. What we get? 4 into x plus 2y minus 14 is equal to 3 into 3x minus y, right? Let's open the brackets now. What we get? 4 into x, that's 4x. 4 into 2y, that's 8y. And 4 into minus 14, that is minus 56, right? Let's open the brackets here as well. What we get? 3 into 3x, that is 9x. And 3 into y, that is minus 3y. Now what do? We bring all the variables on one side with like terms together and constants on the other side, right? Let's do it. What do we get? We get 4x. 9x comes on this side. We get minus 9x plus 8y plus 3y is equal to minus 56 goes there, becomes plus 56. So what remains now? 4x minus 9x, that's minus 5x. 8y plus 3y, that's 11y, is equal to 56, and we get our second equation, minus 5x plus 11y is equal to 56 in the required form. Let this be equation number 2. So now we got our two normal simple equations. The first equation, x minus y is equal to minus 4, and the second equation, minus 5x plus 11y is equal to 56. Now we just need to solve it using Cramer's rule. So this sum was a little different initially when the two equations were not given to us, but three equal ratios were given to us. Three equal ratios, three possibilities. So we considered two possibilities. First is equal to second. Simplified it, we got our first equation. Then we considered second ratio is equal to third ratio. Simplified it by cross multiplication, and we got our second equation. Now let's solve it. To solve it, let us form the three determinants. The first determinant is denoted by D. In D, the first column would be the coefficients of x, and the coefficients of x are 1 and minus 5. Second column would be the coefficients of y, and the coefficients of y are minus 1 and 11. Now let's cross multiply and find the value of D. Let's do it. The first bracket would be 1 into 11. The second bracket will be minus 1 into minus 5. 1 into 11 is 11, then a minus sign, and minus 1 into minus 5 is plus 5. So it is 11 minus 5, which is equal to 6. So D is equal to 6. Once we get the value of D, the next determinant is denoted by dx. Dx meaning delete x. That is, we need to delete the first column, the coefficients of x, and replace it by constants, that is minus 4, 56. Now let's solve by cross multiplication. Let's find the value of dx. What we get is minus 4 into 11 minus of minus 1 into 56. 4 11s are 44. So minus 4 into 11 is minus 44. Then a minus sign, and 56 into minus 1 is minus 56. So you get minus 44 minus of minus 56. That's minus 44 plus 56. Minus 44 plus 56, because the bigger number has got a positive sign, it will be plus 12. D is done, dx is done. Now it's time for us to find dy. Dy, delete y. Let us delete the second column and replace it by constants, that is minus 4 and 56. Let's cross multiply to find the value of dy. That's 1 into 56 minus of minus 4 into minus 5. 1 into 56 is 56, then a minus sign, and minus 4 into minus 5 is plus 20. So it's 56 minus 20, which is 36. So D is 6, dx is 12, and dy is 36. Now let us apply Cramer's rule. By Cramer's rule, don't forget to write this in the exam. The formula to find x is dx upon d, which is equal to 12 upon 6, and 12 upon 6, as we all know, is 2. Y is equal to dy upon d, which is equal to 36 upon 6. 6 6 are 36, y is equal to 6. X is 2, y is 6. Don't forget to write the final answer, that the solution of the given simultaneous equation is x comma y, that is 2 comma 6. As simple as that.